This is supposed to be 2P, EP, then theory. Okay, what's the point of Carl Jung? Can you conclude on the basis of ideal average? Can you conclude on the basis of the ideal average? Let's say 20 students took the test. You constructed the instrument. Let's say you want to measure their English proficiency. 20 students got the test. 10 got below average, so poor result. Then 4 got above average. 1 got very proficient. How do you report? You report the ideal or the average. So in that case, 10 will definitely pull the mean down, correct? And so in the report, it's like you're saying that they are below average and that class is performing below average. Question, where is the individual reality? Do you agree, ma'am? Where is the individual reality? If you reported that they're poor, class A. Now, compare class A with class B. 20 students, 10 students got above average, 4 students got below, 1 got very poor. Now, compare. How do you compare? You compare the mean scores, not the individual reality. That's the gap that qualitative researchers would want quanti to explain. O tell me, how do you report? Diba you report the mean and standard deviation? Yes, you can say spread of scores, heterogeneously grouped, but then what's the meaning of that? How do you try to help those students? So where is the how and the why? Wala na kasi wala ng time. Wala ng budget. But what is more meaningful is the why and the how. So that you would want to come up with interventions in the future. What was the problem? Why did they perform poorly? Can you judge them that they are poor in English on the basis of one proficiency test? Perhaps during that time, he got low because he was hungry. Does that really reflect the reality that that child has a cognitive impairment? No. There are so many variables there. That's why you need to ask the students, ask the parents, right? I think we got the point of argument. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yun po yung gap na sinasabi ko sa
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right? Okay. Okay. I think you're getting it now. So, features of mixed methods. Una, quanti-quali siya. You can use quantitative and qualitative. So, numeric scores, open and close-ended questions. Data can be collected concurrently or sequentially. I'll give you one example. Diba you did survey? You have 20 statements. It can be quali when you will be asking an essay question in part 2. If you start asking how and why, then analyze the data according to thematic analysis, then you're already using mixed methods. Pwede yun, ha? So, you are going to analyze the words, not the numbers, the sentences, no? So, priority can be given to either data type or they can be considered equally. Allow researchers to expand from one method to another. Research is based on the breadth. Okay, when you do quanti, you go wide. That's breadth. Do you agree? Go wide, 1,000, 2,000. In quali, you don't go wide, you go deep. That's depth. You understand? That's depth. The beauty of mixed method is you go wide and then consider certain samples to do the how and why, to answer the how and why question. So, pwede pala. Administer survey and then come up with the criteria to select certain few students or participants to answer the problem how and why. Okay. Now, Research skills needed. Now, since my school of thought is I graduated in De La Salle University, we were trained not only through quantitative research, but quanti also. So in PhD program in De La Salle, in TAF, we have quanti separate, then we also have quali separate as well. So we were trained to do mixed methods in research. So now, if your professors are coming from UP, so that's really positivist framework. Do you agree? If it's ADMO, quali, especially if it's language education. In De La Salle, I think we were more into quali before, but now there are also mixed methods na. So now, these 4 factors determine mixed method approach. Interaction. So strand is basic part of design encompassing either the qualitative or quantitative component. So here, you would see in these 4 factors, what will come first? What will come first? Huh? Quanti or quali? So there's order in terms of strand. Strand 1, strand 2. Then how do these 2 strands interact? And then how are they structured in terms of independence? Then priority. What's your priority? Quanti or quali? Or both? Timing. So what? Quanti first, quali first, or same, concurrent? Then mixing. Okay, here. 3 types of mixed methods design. Sequential explanatory. When you say sequential explanatory, quanti first, then followed by quali. Correct. So strand 1, quanti. Now, when you say sequential exploratory, just like what Sir Dickey said a while ago, exploratory type of study, right? Action research. He's more introducing us into qualitative research. No? So, what is that? Sequential exploratory, quali first, interview, you can analyze a document, literature, or you can analyze a memorandum to extract the organizational conflict or power struggle, extract the categories, and then if you want to see their variance or variations in the data, then you can use inferential statistics. Right? So you can already compare one group with another, one group with another group, and so you can use quantitative. That's strand 2. Quali first, and then extract the categories, and then make use of inferential statistics to see whether there's variation. Convergent, strands 1 and 2 are concurrent. So same siya, same level. So I'll be giving you some samples later. Okay, here. So to illustrate, so you have sequential explanatory. So quantitative data collection or data collection, followed by this is quantitative and this is qualitative. Sorry. So I'll just make corrections later. Quantitative data or data collection, then qualitative data collection. I think this is right. Correct, sorry. So quantitative data collection, then followed by quantitative data analysis. This is correct. This is in order. Then followed by qualitative data collection, and then qualitative data analysis, then interpretation. This is in order. And then sequential exploratory, quali first, then quanti. So you start with qualitative data collection, qualitative data analysis, followed by quantitative data collection, then quantitative data analysis, then interpretation. So this is convergent. Quantitative data collection and analysis. So same, independent groups, qualitative data collection and analysis, and then data analysis mixed and interpreted. This is already the process. Okay, let's have some examples. So the examples that I'll be giving you is just a title. Then let me explain how I did it. So for my other publications, you can just Google me by Arnel Madrazo, Google citation. So you will see some of my publications. So Arnel Madrazo, Google citation. For a complete list of my publication. Okay. So Madrazo and Pulido made use of sequential exploratory. What is sequential exploratory? Quali first, the collection and in analysis, quali then quanti. So how is it exploratory? Because meta discourse markers, the focus was the thesis manuscripts of students. So this is teaching writing. So where's the qualitative data? The thesis. No participants, it's the document analysis. It's document analysis under qualitative research because it's text analysis. I need not interview the writers. It's the text that I'm after. So in terms of ethics, it's easier for you to ask for approval if it's just document analysis because it's there in the library. Correct? It is there in the library and there is no live participants. So what was the process? We extracted the categories, the meta discourse markers. So it's like the strategies for writing. So the interactive, then I wouldn't want to go into details anymore. But that's the main point. We extracted the categories from the manuscripts and then we used inferential statistics. Kolmogorov-Smirnov. Why did I use Kolmogorov-Smirnov? What is Kolmogorov-Smirnov? It's a one sample t-test for parametric. So, there are two types of statistics. There's parametric and non-parametric. So, I think, sinong gumamit ng correlation last time? What was the correlation tool that you used? Pearson product moment? Correlation? Okay. Okay, so, pag parametric, malaki yung sample. And so, randomize yung sample. So you can use parametric tools like t-test, analysis of variance, or correlational tools. No? What if it's just small? Diba 11 manuscripts? So what will you use? Are you going to use parametric? Yun doon nagagalit yung positivist. Kasi hindi siya randomized, bakit mo ginagamit yung inferential? Gumamit ka ng non-parametric. So the appropriate non-parametric tool is called Kolmogorov-Smirnov. It's like you're looking into if there's variance in one group among students, kung may differences ba. Because solving for the frequency and percentage wouldn't really give you the difference. Do you agree? It's not statistics yet. What will tell you if there's variance if you use appropriate statistical tool? And we use Kolmogorov-Smirnov for one sample. This is free, downloadable in the internet. Just Google Madrazo and Pulido. You will have a free copy. This is also published here. So Asian Journal, Asian EFL Journal. And then Chavez and Madrazo. So the pre-service teacher's religiosity. Okay. Are you familiar with heteronormativity? This is the perception na dalawa lang yung gender. Diba? Religion yan eh. It's religious and biological belief. Dalawa lang yung gender. I would want to see kung ano yung level niya. So is it high for certain groups of teachers or low? And then I also correlated the heteronormativity with religiosity level. Yung mataas na being religious, what is their level of heteronormativity? I was hypothesizing, pag religious, dapat mas mataas. Pag babasahin nyo to, parang hindi din. May mga religious nagsisympathize. Basahin nyo to, Chavez and Madrazo. This is meaningful. So this is LGBTI in the initial teacher education. So the participants were pre-service teachers. If you want to do a study like this, read this paper. So this is very interesting. There is also implication to educational administrators on how they deal with LGBT students. or pre-service teachers for that matter. And then my wife, so this one, bakit convergent to? Kasi sa survey, we constructed a survey, there's statements, 60 statements, and then there are 5 essay questions. Simultaneous, pagka kinuha nila, so it's like sabay. On that day, kumuha ka ng data. So it's like convergent talaga siya. Then later on, try to see if there's correlation. So, di ba, you cannot go for regression analysis without correlation first. If it's significant, then run linear regression. So talagang meron. There is a certain level of prediction. Now, isang variable pa dito yung authorial stance. Ito naman yung sa linguistics. So, how aggressive were the LGBT pre-service teachers when asked about stereotyping? So I asked questions like, would you allow students to be officers in CAT? Or will you allow students to be accepted in PMA? So, meron aggressive talaga sila. So, based sa study, we found that since it's their chance to express their views, no? Yes, so that level of authorial stance, kasi sa authorial stance, there are words that are boosters, like should, musts. These are indicators that they are really sure of what they're saying, right? And they are really emotional about the topic. And so that is one of the meaningful findings that we had. My wife did a study on composing strategies of Chabacano speakers in English writing task. Alam nyo ba na yung L1 pala, nagagamit yung L1, what's L1? First language. Nagagamit yung L1 sa L2 writing. Paano? Kasi in the Think Aloud protocol used by Castro 2004, nung ginamit niya yung L1 Tagalog, it's like verbalizing while you're writing in English. So, captured. Okay. Captured, right? So, you will record how she writes the essay. And then she can use L1. And so, several things came out. So here, here's the abstract of my wife's paper. So the data is coming from verbalized composing behaviors, right? We transcribe, then break into categories. What were the categories extracted out of that verbalized composing in L1? Text evaluation. Tama kaya yung ID? Tama ba to? Di ba? Tama ba to? Parang mali. Ganun. So these are some of the verbalized. Brainstorming. So, is my idea right? Lexical insertion, the idea evaluation and all. Meta comment. So these are so when she extracted the data, organize it into composing behaviors, question is, if there is correlation between yung L1 composing behaviors with the writing proficiency. So that is the contribution of her study. There has been no study yet that look into the quanti, the quali, and the quanti. The process and the product. Usually, it's just the product. You're reporting the proficiency test based on statistics. But here, she observed the quali, the process, how they think or how they write, but you allow them to speak in their first language, and it was found that there is correlation. So we use Spearman rank correlation test. So why did we use Spearman rank correlation test? Why Spearman? Why not Pearson product moment correlation? Hindi. Sa number yan, sir. Kasi yung Spearman rank correlation is non-parametric. Pwede siya sa small sample. 30 and below. Okay, so you use Spearman. So if you know statistics, SPSS, use Spearman for small sample. So it was found that there was a moderate positive correlation between organizational decision and organization sa writing. Kasi sa writing component, there's language use, organization, so there is correlation. There was also a moderate positive correlation between instruction to self and content. So here's the exact example of a quanti and quali. This is very mixed method. This is the reason why I was invited here in the conference. Because they observed that most of my publications are mixed methods. And I'm an English teacher, but I'm well versed in statistics. So that's the reason why I'm here. And that's also advantages on your part, because since I'm here already, I'm here doing this lecture, so you have access already to communicate with me anytime. So these are the qualitative instrumentation. I think you know this already. Ito na. Yung text type na analysis is document analysis. Interview. Types of interview. Meron dito yung focus group discussion. Types of interview questions. Okay. So medyo, I think interview materials, transcription, write-up na tayo. So sa write-up, dapat sana ito talaga, concept paper, but wala na tayong time. So I want you to maybe use your cellphone sa notepad. Do you have notepad? Learn to use your notepad. Why? Notepad or Word. Anything, no? You got an idea, you constructed something, make use of your cellphone para hindi nyo na i-encode ulit pag sinulat nyo. Because it's easy to convert your notepad file into Microsoft right away. When you paraphrase, when I teach paraphrasing with my students, they use their notepad in their cell phone. But if you want to still write in the paper, okay. But if you want soft copy notepad, you can. Okay, first, so for the workshop proper, so we have 15 minutes. Topic. Give me 3, then later you will verbalize, then I'll approve 1. Give me 3 topics for mixed methods, whatever sequence. You want quanti first, quali, convergent, or whatever. So, that's number 1. Topic selection. Write at least 3 topics for approval. Then second, problem or research question. Give me at least 3, maybe wag na 3, kahit mga 2 lang. Give me 2 research questions. Okay, so since there are 3 topics, give me at least 1 research question lang. 1 research question lang, yung pinaka-meat ng study. Wag na yung what are the levels, wag na yun. Yung pinaka-meat ng study. Okay, yeah. If there's how and why, or if there's correlation, kung gusto nyo ng correlation, go with the meat of the study, not the descriptive. That's number 2. Number 3, what is the method that you're going to use, or methodologies? So sa methodologies, nandyan yung design, participants, instruments, stat, kung meron kayong stat. Okay. We're done. Bye. See you later.